What's up guys, my name is Brandon and Apple just released iOS 10.2.1 Beta 3 after taking a little while off. And what makes this update so interesting from a jailbreak perspective is that if you watched my previous video, you know that Luca's jailbreak tool will be compatible with iOS 10.2 for all devices except for the iPhone 7. And since this is a third beta release, that means that the signing window for iOS 10.2 will remain open for pretty much longer than we expected, because most people expected 10.2.1 the public release to be today, but since it's still a beta, that means that we can expect the signing window for iOS 10.2 to remain open for a little while longer than we expected. This means that if you're on iOS 10.1.1, you should definitely not update to 10.2 yet, because you're going to have plenty of time in the future to update. And really anything can happen between now and then. Anyways, let's just talk about what's new in 10.2.1 Beta 3 and then talk a little bit more about how this impacts the jailbreak. Alright, so as you can see here, the update came in around 62 megabytes for me on an iPhone 7 running on iOS 10.2.1 Beta 2. And since it's such a small file, obviously there aren't going to be very many changes whatsoever. So heading over to settings about, you can see that the build number for 10.2.1 Beta 3 is 14D23 compared to Beta 2's 14D15. And I must say that after updating and going through all the settings, all the applications, all the toggles, control center, everything, I could not find anything new in this beta release. Now I'm sure Apple fixed some of the uncommon front-facing bugs as well as some back-end bugs that we don't even know about, but there's really nothing interesting to show in this video with this beta release. However, what is interesting is that iOS 10.3 Beta 1 could possibly be released tomorrow. Now I personally don't expect it to happen, but Sonny Dixon, which is who leaked this information in the first place, has a good track record of being right when leaking Apple information, so we really can't say for sure if it's coming tomorrow or not. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see because I can't remember a time when two betas were released within a 2-day span. Alright, so now let's talk a little bit more about the jailbreak. So as we know, Luca's Yalu tool will eventually support iOS 10 through 10.2, with the exception of the iPhone 7, which of course needs to be on iOS 10.1 or 10.1.1. So if you're on iOS 10 through 10.1.1 right now, there's really no reason to update to 10.2 just yet, because as I mentioned earlier, this third beta extends the signing period for 10.2, meaning you'll likely have a little while longer to update your device when that time comes. Think of it this way, if you're on iOS 10 through 10.1.1, you know for a fact there's a jailbreak already out there for you working right now, especially 10.1.1. And if you update to 10.2, Luca could just as easily next week say, oops, 10.2, there's a problem and now 10.2 won't be supported. You never know. And the fact that you can't go back to iOS 10 through 10.1.1 once you upgrade, it really just doesn't make sense to update to 10.2 right now. And actually last night I made a spreadsheet and I shared it on Twitter showing how long the iOS signing window stays open between iOS versions ever since iOS 9.0. And one interesting takeaway from that is that there was never a time when the signing period was less than 7 days. And the fact that the public version of 10.2.1 hasn't been released yet, that means we have at least 7 days to update. So I hope that helped clear things up a little bit. And also there's no ETA for this Yalu jailbreak, the updated, the gamma version, or the final release. Obviously I will be making a video and sharing that on Twitter when it does get released. So that's pretty much it for iOS 10.2.1 Beta 3. Again, not much has changed. I mean, the build number is really the only thing I showed you guys in this video, because this was mainly just to talk about the jailbreak and how this really impacts the jailbreak in a positive way. Also, this is going to be a double upload day. I'm going to be uploading a video later on showing you guys how to save your SSH blobs so that you can upgrade or downgrade to 10.2 after it stops being signed. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe for a ton more content. Lots of stuff in store. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.